I'm very concerned about the situation in and around Ukraine in the Black Sea region. What the Kremlin has been doing, steadily increasing their capabilities, both on the sea and on the ground. The language coming out of the Kremlin is not encouraging. I see no indication of a possible de-escalation. So I think unless something dramatically different happens, we're looking at a very strong possibility of Russia launching a new attack into Ukraine. I would imagine there will be 3 or 4 things that will be a part of this. Clearly, cyber is going to be a significant part of any attack, whether it's large or small, to disrupt decision-making in Kyiv and everywhere else in the country, also to disrupt transportation networks, to disrupt air defense, and so on. So I think that's for sure going to be happening. It's already started, actually. I anticipate there will be a lot of disinformation out there to confuse the population, to cause people to panic, to really undermine people's confidence in the Ukrainian government. I would anticipate amphibious operations to be a part of this, either on the Black Sea coast between Crimea and Kherson, or in the Azov coast between Mariupol and Crimea. This is where the Russians certainly will have a large advantage. And also, I think that these kinds of operations along the coast will not yield as many casualties for the Russians, which I think is something that they're considering, and also perhaps keeps it at a certain threshold where some European countries may say, look, this is not a massive assault. We don't have to do the full weight of all the sanctions. The east flank of NATO would be prepared for the arrival of more troops. But we also know from all the exercises that have been done over the past few years that the transportation infrastructure is not ideal. I mean, this is why we have spent so much time working on trying to improve military mobility. It's for just this occasion where when forces have to start moving across Europe before the crisis happens, can they get there quick enough to prevent the crisis from happening? Is Romania's transportation ministry ready for this? Are the highways or the communities ready for convoys to be coming through? Are the airports ready? This is Constanta. Is it prepared? So I know that the Romanian General Staff and the government have been working hard on this. This will be a good test for how much progress we've actually made for improving mobility. We definitely need more bridging. The alliance needs more bridges, given all the rivers that are not just in Romania, but all of Eastern Europe. Ukraine already has been invaded by Russia in 2014, and the Russians never left. So they already have Crimea. They already are in Donbass. If there's another attack, this will be something that not only will generate sanctions from the West, but the alliance will be paying very close attention, as it already is, to impact on NATO allies on the boundary. And of course, there are 4 NATO countries on the border of Ukraine, and there is always the possibility of some sort of spillover, whether it's cyber spillover, which could affect Romania, for example, or Poland, or Lithuania, Slovakia, Hungary. I anticipate refugees, could be a significant amount of refugees headed to the west. Or what we don't want to have happen, obviously, is NATO forces and Russian forces ending up in actual contact. I am sure that that's the last thing that the Kremlin wants. They do not want contact with NATO because they know what that would mean. But there will be the problem of Russian Navy out in the Black Sea declaring a live fire training area where other ships should not go, or international airspace